something without actually looking into what the cause of the actual symptom is.
Right. Well, it's funny that the pill is the only pharmaceutical out there that has a name. I mean, it's ubiquitous. It's
right.
the pill,
Exactly.
and everybody knows exactly what you're talking about. And it's the only pharmaceutical that does not address a therapy. I mean, I know that you say a lot of people take it for acne and all that, but when it came out, in what year did birth control pills come out? I think 1960.
61.
Yeah.
Oh.
And 5 million women got on them almost immediately. It was a real it was a real win for the women's rights movement, for sure. Mm-hmm. And the freedom of just, being able to get on birth control so you could control your sex life.
Yeah, exactly. The problem is that, in my mind, one of the problems, there's tons of problems with it. The first thing is, it's a serious prescription medication. And it's kind of doled out without much thought or much care. And it's, given to young women, before they're even really aware of themselves or their bodies or their personalities. And it creates this unknowing about ourselves and the physicality of being a woman, because your body is trapped in this sort of semi-pregnant state. It doesn't really allow you to get to know how the woman's body actually operates on a natural level. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you're more aware of how your body operates on a natural level, then fertility is not such a big problem. You honestly can only get pregnant at certain times in the month. And if you're aware of when your body is actually ovulating, if you're aware of the actual cycle, then you can take preventative measures a lot easier that aren't quite so drastic.
Well, yeah, and women that are attuned, I used to get really bad abdominal pain every time I was ovulating, so I always knew. But a lot of women don't, and so they have to use like a method of taking their temperature, and they know the temperature goes up, right, when you're ovulating.
Yeah, there's a thermometer and all that.
But it's such an interesting subject, and I'm looking at you, Dr. McFarland. Do you want to comment on this?
No, I'm going to stay out of this one.
He's muddied the waters enough this morning.
Okay, so what else do you want? What else do you want people to know about?
Well, really, I just want people to be aware that before they get on a birth control pill, particularly if they're using it not to prevent pregnancy, but to prevent some other sort of ailment that they're going through, that it is just a Band-Aid. And more often than not, the symptoms that are going to be caused by taking a birth control pill outweigh the reasons why you would want to take it. So maybe you want to take birth control so that it lessens or reduces your acne. Well, that's okay. But you know what? A lot of times birth control will make you gain 10 to 15 pounds.
Yeah, I'm not.
So
I'm for it because it gives women the freedom that they need to be more equal to men. But I don't agree with taking it from a holistic health standpoint. It is really bad for your body.
Right, it is. It increases the level of estrogen. And if you know anything about increased estrogen, prolonged increased estrogen causes tons of problems. One of them being breast cancer. Another one is there's a big link to the rise in heart disease in women since the 60s when birth control came out.
And thyroid. It screws with your thyroid, too.
Exactly. It's disrupting your natural hormonal flow, which, and if anyone who knows anything about hormones knows you don't really want to mess with them.
Yeah, no, you don't. But, this comes down to really, and I know a lot of men might be offended by this, but men don't want to wear condoms. And that's really part of the big problem. Would you agree, Dr. McFarland?
Again, staying out of this one.
I'm going to continue to pull you in like the mob till the clock is out.
Well, the female condom or the diaphragm, is just as effective. And that's something that you can take into your own control.
Right.
So it is, of course, it is a mood killer and all of that. And but at the same time, maybe we should be a little bit more thoughtful about having sex with people also.
Well, no, I agree. I agree. But and in the birth control pill too, it causes ovarian cyst, or PCOS, endometriosis. There's so many side effects from it, and those are just the physical ones, because there's a lot of mental and emotional side effects from birth control pills too.
Exactly. So what birth control pills are doing is they're actually making your body think for the first, while you're actually in the active hormonal phase of the birth control pack, they're making your body think that it's in an early stage of pregnancy. Mm-hmm. Well, I love women and I love pregnant women, but if anyone's ever been around a woman in the early stage of pregnancy, like there are some emotional fluctuations that are not that pleasant.
Lexi's had a few days, but we love her, so we do, we just roll with it. But, I'm reading here that the pill increases your risk of cancer. The pill screws up your gut. The pill lowers testosterone, and the pill causes mood disorders. And I know I read somewhere, let's see, hold on a second. The pill increases your risk of blood clotting, heart attack, and stroke, and the pill contributes to nutrient deficiencies, and the pill can delay fertility. And there was something else that I heard. Oh, it interferes with your pheromones.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, and you know that if you're on the pill, it can hook you up basically with the wrong person, because your pheromones are very important. That animal attraction of who you'll probably have the longest relationship with based on pheromones is interrupted by birth control pills. You might marry the wrong guy over the birth control pills.
That's
Dr.
scary.
McFarland, would you like to comment?
No. Nope.
Well,
gosh.
if anything, what it's doing is it's giving off a vibe of a newly pregnant woman, which doesn't necessarily say, that you're on the market.
Yeah.
So it might detract you, from actually finding a mate.
Absolutely. So you probably should slip one on or in, before. Dr. McFarland, do you want to say something?
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
I would suggest we get to know our bodies as women.
Absolutely. And just be careful who you lie down with, because it
That's
could result in a pregnancy.
Right.
Time it out, sister. All right, everyone. You know what? Thank you so much for listening. Always a pleasure to do the show. I love you guys. You get one body, you get one mind, and you get one life. Get out there today and make the most of it. Sun Warrior believes that plants provide the cleanest and most powerful foods, rich in antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and phytonutrients. Our bodies crave real foods, especially in this age where we heavily process everything we eat, stripping out all of the benefits and nutrition well before we have a chance to even use them. Illuminate your body, mind, and the planet with Sun Warrior. To learn more, visit them at sunwarrior.com. That's sunwarrior.com. Consider this an invitation to relax and feel the stress melt away with a Sunlighten sauna. Sunlighten is the #1 choice for home and commercial infrared saunas. Their 3-in-1 infrared technology allows you to customize each session to you. Naturally de-stress, detoxify, and be heart healthy. Relieve pain, purify your skin, and increase energy. A Sunlighten sauna is a place to heal, a place to reflect, a place to invest in you. Visit them at sunlighten.com.
Hi, I'm Bob Barker. This is my friend Benny. Before you buy cosmetics, personal care, or household products, you be sure they have not been tested on animals. Everything from floor cleaner to shampoo is poured into animals' eyes and down their throats. They suffer intensely. Some even go blind. The price is never right for products tested on animals. Visit PETA.org for a list of cruelty-free companies.
Hi, I'm Laura Bell Bundy for PETA. Every summer, thousands of dogs die from heat stroke after being left alone in hot cars. The inside of a car can reach 100 degrees in minutes, even in the shade with the window slightly open. Keep your dog cool and safe this summer. Never leave them in unattended hot cars. If you see a dog alone in a car during warm weather, call the humane authorities, the police, or do whatever is necessary to get the dog out. His or her life may depend upon it. Thank you.
For more information, visit PETA.org.